Hi, this is Brad Worthley, and I want to talk to you about the difference between open-ended and close-ended questions. They do impact us differently. The definition of open-ended question is that if in fact that you ask the question, open-ended means it's going to have a lot more dialogue involved. It's going to be a longer conversation. If you ask a grandparent how their grandchildren are, that's going to be a 45-minute long conversation based on your question. If you ask a close-ended question, closed means that the options are limited in terms of the amount of answers are available. In most cases, it's going to get answered with a yes or no. So close-ended, just imagine that. It is yes and no, open-ended, elongated. And of course, so much of our businesses, we're all in the relationship business. So whether you are in the hospitality industry, you're still in the relationship business. If you're in the financial services industry, you're in the relationship business. And the best way to develop relationships is to have open dialogue and better conversations. So if you are trying to, let's just say that you want to try to sell somebody your house. You'd probably want to tell people about your house. If you want to sell somebody your car, you're going to probably try to tell them about your car. If you wanted to sell somebody on you, who would you talk about? You talk about them. Yeah. So what you want to do is you want people to talk about them. That's why you ask open-ended questions. When you ask somebody, tell me about your needs, or, what are your hobbies? It gives them a chance to talk about them. They'll walk away from you and they'll go, boy, I love them in there. Why? Because you let them talk about them. Being great at customer service, being great at sales, being a great significant other, being a great employer, it's all about asking great questions and allowing people to talk about them. And that's done with open-ended questions. Open-ended questions normally begin with a W. If the first word is a who, what, where, when, or how, normally it'll end up being an open-ended question. It's going to require more dialogue. They just can't say yes or no. In an environment where you're looking for a close-ended question means is they're only going to be able to answer it in most cases with a yes or no. You use close-ended questions to control conversations or to close a sale. If you want to find out if someone's interested or not and they're at the point where they're ready to buy, you simply ask them, does this work for you? Are you ready to purchase this? Or you ask them a question that's a yes or no. It's definitive. Or again, you can use it to basically control conversations. You might have someone who's very social, very, very social, and they take so much of your time up. Might be a friend, and they talk and talk and talk, and you can't get away from them. Might even be some customers like that. What you can do is jump in and ask a close-ended question. The minute they take a deep breath, jump in with a close-ended question. A question that could only be answered with a yes or no. Then once they answer it, you come back in with another one. You ask 2 or 3 close-ended questions, and what you're trying to do is get them out of their momentum. People that get on a roll and they get talking, they're hard to stop. They get that roll like a freight train. So if you can jump in and get a few close-ended questions, you basically take them off the tracks a little bit and you get them disengaged and get them slowed down a little bit. So that way you have the ability to be able to remove yourself at some point or time. But boy, I've got to go to lunch, or boy, I've got a call to make, and you can find some way to escape. Close-ended questions will begin with something like is, do, did, can, we. So there's different words. The first word of the sentence, if it is one of those, it'll come out and they only can say yes or no for their answer. So hopefully that will help you in your sales and your customer service efforts. Meanwhile, you have a fabulous day.